Okay, hello everyone. Please take a second to listen to my intro so that you understand how this video works, okay? So I used to watch this One Punch Man live on Twitch because I edited a highlights video for episode 1 and the video got blocked, and I don't have the time to deal with blocks and disputes and all that kind of stuff. I know that there are people who have One Punch Man reactions on YouTube, but it depends on licensing in different areas. My Hero Academia videos, the same thing happens with 8 out of 10 of my Hero Academia videos get blocked. Even if I put no sound in, even if I post a highlights video with 6 minutes of episode, it's just that it doesn't, yeah, it's licensing in different areas, and that's why I started watching it live on Twitch. But I haven't been able to stream for a while because my internet isn't good enough. My upload speed doesn't go higher than 4, and I need an upload speed of 6 to be able to stream. So I will probably be doing timer reactions only for the rest of the season. Once I upload the timer reaction, one of my patrons, Mike, he downloads the video and adds the screen, and I post that full reaction with screen for patrons. So if you do want to see all my full reactions, not only to One Punch Man but every other anime that I react to, you can get access to everything I have on there for $3 a month. That is level 2. Okay, so how a timer reaction works is you're going to sync your episode with mine, so we play at the same time. I will show you the screen for a couple of seconds at the start so you can make sure our episodes are aligned. You need 2 screens, by the way, like a laptop and a phone, and one for the episode, one for watching the episode with me. And yeah, we play at the same time. The timer will disappear after a couple of seconds. It only shows when I move the mouse after I play. That obviously the timer goes away because it goes full screen. So yeah, I can't, but if it's aligned from the start, I'm not dropping any frames. So if you align from the start, it'll be aligned all the way through. Cool. The only problem with that is if you wanted to skip through and only watch certain parts of my reaction to certain scenes, yeah, you can't do that. But for those of you that do want to watch the full episode with me and you can't be a patron, the timer videos are pretty great for that. Okay, so I'm gonna press play in a sec. We ended last time with Suryu calling for help and Saitama showed up. I have a banana because I'm hungry, and bananas now make me think of One Punch Man because of, I think it was episode 2 or 3 when he brought bananas to the hospital and then he ended up eating all of them. Is it just me, or do bananas smell really good, and or did I just do something really weird when, because the smell was like, maybe I'm just really hungry. But anyway, before I scare you all away with my weirdness, let's start watching One Punch Man. I think this is episode 9, 10, 11. The one where Saitama comes to save Suryu, that one. Okay, let's press play together in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so make sure you're aligned. Okay. See, this is where we are. Make sure you're aligned. Leave the rest to me. I'm so excited. Oh. Machi said once, it's really weird to watch my One Punch Man reaction without having a second screen. I think he did it for a couple of seconds. It's so, I know, it's so awkward and quiet, right? Imagine someone just starting this video not knowing what a timer reaction is and just watching me eat a banana. Bopping my head. Do you guys consider One Punch Man to be gory? Bang! One punch! Oh, I'm gonna put my banana down for this. I'm ready for this. Kick his ass. Come on. Huh. I want to see his ass kicked. Dude. 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 Hell bringing hand shop. He's been trying to remember him this whole time. What? It's over? Well, he is One Punch Man, isn't he? Hero だよ。あ、しまった。Aww, this is a nice image. No, it's over! I was expecting a big fight. Did you not see how we just punched that guy in a second? Ugh. Did you not just see him punch that guy in like, I mean, I know you didn't see it, I didn't see it, but what's the point? Fair. Oh shit. Oh. Do you know? I know you don't know who you're talking to, but did you not see? Aww. I love his cape, damn, so majestic. I've grown to like Suryu. He will. Oh my god. We didn't get to see that either? Yes! Yes! Aww. Aww. Before I got way too strong. Oh! Oh yeah, second disciple. Puri puri prisoner. It fires him up. Whoa! Oh my god. Huh? What the hell was I doing? That's what I'd like to know. Mate, mate. But what about what you can teach others? But he has friends. And that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. Yes, King. Yes, yes. That's what I was thinking. Indeed. Ah. Yes. 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 Oh, I'm starting to get it. He's like... In a lot of ways, he's the opposite of Saitama. That's him! That's him! Isn't it? Yeah? I turn into such a fangirl whenever he... Whoa. Whoa. Of the final 44. They have the same... Oh. Tempest Wind, Hellfire Flame. You too? Oh, monsters. Oh, they were gonna turn to monsters. Ah, them too. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He will not do it. You're not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He won't do it. No. No, 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 no. Who are you? Zombie man. Civilian. That's what I want to ask Sonic. Drive night. Who I think is fake. He looks fake. Why do they create characters like that sometimes? With like, what's up with his teeth? That's the message. Oh God. Oh, really? Well. That's the end. What an interesting episode. A lot of it touched on a lot of why I love One Punch Man. The philosophy behind it. The conversation between King and Saitama. That was everything that I love about One Punch Man. That is a lot of what I love about it anyway. And I really enjoyed that. I did. But, and you can hate me if you want, but this episode really, and I think it's actually a good thing that I did that. It's not a bad thing, and I think that's part of what the story is about. This made me want to take Saitama and Sonic off my favorites list, because I have a favorites list on AniList, and it made me, wait, before I do it, let me explain why. Everything that King said about Saitama is right. He's missing the whole point of what it means to be a hero. And although I can understand and sympathize with the fact that what he's going through, Saitama, I mean, I can sympathize with what he's feeling and, you know, the boredom. But just because I can sympathize with it doesn't mean I can't be disappointed in him. Yes, it's very human, but it's also very human to be disappointed in people and to be let down by your heroes. And Saitama was a hero in my eyes, and now he's just, I'm like, who are you? And that's the point. You know, he's the strongest of the strong, but is he using that to the best of his ability? Wouldn't it be better if someone like Moomin Rider had Saitama's strength? You know? Someone with the ideals and the beliefs and determination, someone like Moomin Rider, wouldn't Saitama's strength be better used on a person like Moomin Rider? And now I understand why people loved Moomin Rider so much. He's the true hero here. Like, what does it mean to be a hero? Is it saving people, or is it more than that? Wanting to save people? Because for Saitama, that doesn't seem to even come up as you know, a first priority. Like, he heard Suryu and he went to save him, but he's like, okay, I've defeated him. Meh. it's there's nothing, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with just being super strong and not necessarily wanting to save people, but also not necessarily wanting to be recognized as a hero or anything. But if you look back on the first episode of One Punch Man, didn't he want to become a hero? He was an office worker and he was rejected for jobs and he had no passion, and then he saved a kid once because he was there and he knew that lobster guy was going to kill him, and so he felt the need to, okay, I'm going to save that kid, and he did, and then he became stronger, and then he became the strongest hero. And was it because he wanted to save that kid? Did he like saving that kid? Did he just enjoy the thrill of the fight? So, like, you could think that maybe he just saved that kid because he felt like, not because he felt like I have to save that kid, like it's what I should do, I should stand up for that kid and save them. Maybe he was like more thinking, oh, the right thing to do would be to save that kid, right? So I probably have to go save that kid. I don't remember his attitude exactly in the first episode, so I need to go rewatch that. But I have to say, Saitama really disappointed me in this episode. Yeah, it's almost like he's lost himself. And there was a long time in my life where I had lost who I was and my, goals and dreams. I was someone that I look back now and I'm like, really? So it's not like I can't relate, and it's not like I don't think it's very human, but I don't know. I don't want him, I don't necessarily feel like he should be on my favorites list anymore. And Sonic disappointed me. That doesn't need to be explained, I think. I loved Sonic because I felt like he was this hired assassin. Like he's neutral. He doesn't care about good, he doesn't care about bad. You hire him to kill whoever you want. Like we were introduced to him as a bodyguard. He was being paid to guard this guy, and I knew he wasn't a good guy, but I didn't necessarily see him as a bad guy. He didn't go out to kill people. He was hired to kill people, So I didn't think he was a good guy or anything. But I thought he was really cool and neutral, and I found that interesting. And then he met Saitama, and I think I personally thought maybe he had a little crush on Saitama, and that's why he's so obsessed with defeating him, maybe expressing his feelings in a weird way. But that's not, like, I have no, it's just a feeling or an assumption or a guess. It's not necessarily what I think is true. I could rewatch and probably not think the same thing, I don't know. But fact is, I thought he was a great character. I thought he was really interesting. I didn't see him as necessarily bad or good or anything. And I just feel really disappointed that he would give up on getting becoming stronger than Saitama and defeating him and just eat that thing. It makes him like, oh, you're just like the rest of them. And now I think I like Suryu more because he didn't, no matter what, he didn't eat that thing. He didn't think of like, oh, I'm gonna become, like, even, I don't know, even on his last breath, he used his last breath to scream for help instead of begging for mercy and asking to become a monster too, instead of dying. Like, I don't think that guy would have mercied him, who would have had mercy on him. I don't think he would have had mercy on him. I don't think Suryu even thought he would, but in that moment, like I said, he chose to scream for help rather than, I don't know. So yeah, even Garo, he's not going on my favorites list, just in case you were wondering. I don't like him necessarily now, but I understand the contrast between him and Saitama because I'd have to watch that scene again to exactly remember the thoughts I had, but that's why I like pausing when I do regular reactions. I pause a lot because otherwise when I get to the end of the anime, I forget the stuff that I wanted to say while watching, and that's why I like pausing, because I like to process what I think about when I think about it. Otherwise, like, it stays in my mind, and sometimes I can't pay attention on the rest of the story because that's there. But then by the time you get to the end, I've been trying to and then that gets lost. But anyway, so Garo's character at least interested me in this episode, because at least he has a passion, he has a goal. It may be killing heroes, but you know, I at least, you know, that like he that feeling that he got, like, I'm so fired up, like that. It's interesting at least. And I do think, like, I understand that that's the point of One Punch Man. Saitama was never necessarily the main character. The story is kind of just showing us all these different heroes and how they express the quality of being a hero and what being a hero means to them. And we as viewers are supposed to look at all these different expressions of being a hero, these different reasons for being heroes, and we're supposed to decide for ourselves, you know, who's the best hero here. And we all have different opinions, because some of us value strength, some of us value heart, some of us value different things, and that's what I like, because all these heroes have different values and strengths, and they're all in different leagues, and some of us like rooting for the underdog, and some of us like rooting for the bad girl, and some of us like. So that's what makes this anime so great, is because it has these philosophical themes and all these exciting heroes, and you get to pick and choose your favorite and root for them and fall in love with some characters and fall out of love with those ones. And yeah, that's, to me, that's what makes a story good. You're never supposed to, like, the best characters are the ones you fall in and out of love with. For example, with Re:Zero, I loved Subaru, and then there was that one episode where I hated him for like a full 2 minutes. But then I had the review part and I talked it out and I realized a few things, and then I was like, okay, I like him again. But it's so boring when the main character is just perfect and good all the time, and there's no, you know, conflict and ups and downs. Like, that also, in certain anime, that also has a place. Like, there's one character, Tamaki from High School Host Club, where you don't necessarily, like, he has his good points, he has his bad points, but it's a romantic comedy anime. You're not necessarily gonna, there's no real philosophical, there are some small philosophical themes that you can think about if you really, you know, focus on certain little aspects of the anime, but it's a romantic comedy, so you don't need to fall in and out of love with the characters all that much. And that's why the anime is not on my, like, it's not my first favorite anime ever, but the character is, because I love him and he's great and I wish he was my boyfriend in real life. Sorry, Hanku, I don't mean that. But with something like One Punch Man, it's not just a comedy, it's not just a parody. It utilizes those genres really well, but it's just as strong a philosophy. Like, it deals with very important life lessons, messages, and it gives us a lot to think about. And I think the purpose of it is falling in and out of love with these characters. It is rooting for the one and then rooting for the other one, and realizing and seeing that one still has a lot to grow and learn. So yeah, I think the story is only getting better. Was I a little bit disappointed because I didn't see, like, Saitama punch that one guy. I didn't even see the punch. I just saw him punched afterwards. I didn't even see that other crazy strong monster guy. I didn't even see him, like, his head just plopped there. And that exactly is the point. That absolute disappointment that I feel like I didn't even fucking get to see any of that. There was no fucking fight. What the hell? That is exactly what Saitama feels. So the anime did that brilliantly to make us feel like, what the fuck, I didn't even get to, what? I was expecting, that's what Saitama feels, except 10 times worse. So it actually did a really good job of that, in my opinion. And this episode, on first glance, it's so like, oh, disappointing, but that's the point. That is the whole point. If you think, oh, this was disappointing, stupid episode, 3 out of 2 out of 5. I hated it. Da, 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 da. I want more action. Exactly. That's what Saitama wants. And I don't mind having now afterwards understanding why the anime wanted me to feel disappointed with those scenes. Now I realize like there have been some great fights this season, last season especially, and I know there are going to be some more great fights in the future. And even though you know how they're going to end, you know that the good guys are going to win in the end, just like any other anime except Overlord. The good guys almost always win, but there are great fights in this anime. But I think this episode focused on Saitama, and this is how he feels. And he's not, like, we've all, me especially, I've, like, Saitama was like a hero in my eyes, and now I realize, like, what actually makes a hero? Just because he can defeat all, like, yes, if I was in Suryu's case and I needed someone strong, I would ask for Saitama and not Moomin Rider. But is strength the only thing that makes a hero? I guess that it wants you to ask these questions. It wants you to philosophize, think, and I think the anime does it brilliantly. So this episode to me was a strong, like a 4.5, strong 4.5. Like, yes, I can't deny how disappointed I felt by those, like, what? But that is exactly the point. So I really appreciate that the anime and the story did that. I think it was great. So I really enjoyed it, the episode. I'm sad about my characters kind of falling from their pedestals that I placed them on. Oopsie, screen went black. I'm sad about that, but isn't that actually great? No one is always gonna, like, there's this quote that I really love. Don't put people on a pedestal and don't put them in a pit. Like, don't I don't know what the word is for. Yeah, don't put people on a pedestal. Like, don't be in awe of them so much as if they can make no mistake, because you will be disappointed. And don't put people in a pit. Don't look down on people. Like, maybe at some point I looked down a little bit on Moomin Rider. I was like, oh, shit, Saitama's so much cooler than you. And actually, that's not true. So yeah, I appreciated the contrast between Saitama and Gato, and I think that's why a lot of people are rooting for Gato, because even though he's not a hero, it's kind of fun just to be rooting for someone who at least is driven and inspired. And in the real world, of course, we wouldn't be rooting for that guy, because he'd be, killing all the people that have been saving us for who knows how many years. You wouldn't want to be rooting for that guy in the real life. But in the anime, it makes sense to root for him, because you want to root for a character that has goals, that has dreams, that's moving toward them, gets up. Even when after he was just defeated by a dog, and then he saw King, and he's like, oh, I'm fired up again. It's great, and I understand why people are rooting for him now. I still am not rooting for him, because I still choose heroes over people that want to be monsters. But yeah, I think after today, like, my favorite character is still Tatsumaki. Sonic, I'm so disappointed at Sonic, and it's even worse because Sonic was my number one character. I think Sonic was above Tatsumaki, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check. This is my Annie list. What Sonic was above Tatsumaki, yeah, and it's worse how I feel about him now, because he was so much higher, so his fall is harder for me. Does that make sense? The higher you are, the harder you fall, and that's why, like, I feel like I don't even want you on my list anymore. I'm so sad. But I look forward to seeing, him and Saitama, do they grow from here? Do they change? Like, I mean, look at Suryu. Look how much he's changed after that experience he had. That he took a beating, a bad one. He's almost dead. And then at the end of it all, he was like, can I become your disciple? I want to be a hero. Like, how amazing is that development? I'd rather put him on my favorites list now compared to these two. I'm disappointed in you guys. But I understand some people might not agree with me, of course, but this is my personal opinion. If you look at my favorites list, it's probably vastly different to what yours looks like. So I'm just trying to tell people, don't tell me I'm wrong for feeling what I feel, because that is one of my pet peeves. But by all means, if you feel differently, explain like how you saw this whole episode, how the different themes and scenes and fights and things affected you, and how has this season changed your concept of what the anime is and about your favorite characters in the anime and stuff. Definitely share that with me. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to upload this. I'm uploading, this video is finished, so now I have an update video to upload. That'll probably take a while, it's quite a big video. And after that, then I can upload this. Okay, cool. So I hope to post this by tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much for watching with me. Once again, the full reaction with screen will be available on my Patreon right after Mike aligns the timer with the screen for me and uploads it to 2 giga, and that'll be available on my Patreon. So thank you to Mike for doing that for me. And I also want to say, I forgot to say at the start of this video, the only reason I got to do this video today was because of Rhaegal. Rhaegal tipped last night out of the blue, and in the description box it said One Punch. So I said to him, okay, I'm gonna rearrange my schedule a little. I'm gonna do One Punch Man tonight. So that's why I got to do this video today. So thank you so much to Rhaegal. This video is dedicated to you. See you guys in the next one, and have a good day.